Approximately 2:30, I call the Blanco County Commissioners Court to order this Monday, March 16th, 2022. As Ms. Baldwin called the roll.
Commissioner Gray.
Here.
Commissioner Weir. Commissioner Eaton.
Here.
Commissioner Easton.
Here.
Commissioner Brinkley.
Here.
Please join us in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the invocation. Lord of wisdom, we pray that you will bless this meeting. Help us to have fun yet productive discussions that will broaden our perspectives. Help us to take various ideas presented and think of ways to flesh them out. If we do disagree, let it be on content and not on personality conflicts or power plays. Help us to resolve any disputes, be creative problem solvers, and have a great team spirit. Help us to find principles that we can all agree on and put these into action. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I think you're kind of asking for a lot to help us have fun. Good.
We'll be optimistic.
Mr. Kenneth Welch.
Agenda item number 2 on today's meeting notice regarding compensation of employees of the Blanco County Sheriff's Office is an issue that is very important to the citizens of Blanco County. However, without a more thorough description of the item on the agenda, it is not clear if this is just an information item or if it is the intent of this court to cut the salaries, raise the salaries, change the pay structure within the Sheriff's Department, or just change the process for determining pay for the staff. Today's meeting has been called to comply with the election code requiring the canvass of the votes for the recent election. Today is not the customary day for regular or special meetings of this court, nor was the meeting you held on May 13th to discuss this same item. It is unlikely that the public is aware that you're holding this meeting or even scheduling this meeting today. Although you have met the meeting notification requirements, it appears that agenda item number 2 today, as well as the other items we discussed last Friday, have been included with the hope that any decision will go unnoticed by the public. Our first line emergency responders, including sheriff's deputies, are essential to public safety in Blanco County and are very important to all citizens. You held a regular meeting last week and will hold another meeting next week on May 24th. I fail to understand the urgency to discuss this important item on an unusual day at an unusual time. The current Blanco County budget does not allocate funds for a mid-year raise, even if the recent allocation of funds from the opioid settlement or the CARE Act might support such a raise. This issue is important to the public and should be taken up at a regular meeting of this body, not hidden in these obscure meetings. Please table this item until your next meeting and provide more detail in the description of the agenda item so the public can provide meaningful input relating to this matter. Transparency in all matters discussed in this court is essential. By tabling this matter, you can improve that transparency. Here's a copy of my comments for the public record.
I'm gonna guess at you, I apologize, because I have a little trouble with your printing. So it's on my page out here, it looks like McMahon. McMahon? Yes, sir. Bo McMahon. Yes.
Gentlemen before me sort of brought up all the points here. First off, this is not a criticism against the sheriff's office. A few times I've had, been with them, they've been professional and courteous. This is really a question on y'all's process. It's like, why is this not tabled until the natural budget process? What has happened in these 4 months or 6 months we've already been in the budget, and you're gonna start another budget process in 6 more months? We're not in a natural disaster. It's not like we need funds for a tornado or for wildfires or something like this. So to me, it's a budget's a budget. People need to live within their budgets. We live within our budgets, and we clearly understand where costs are going up. We have to spend more money for gas, so we figure out what we're gonna cut elsewhere. They have a budget, they should be able to manage within that budget. You should be giving them extra money. We're just starting a precedent for every county entity to come forward to request more money mid-year for nothing that has to do with a natural disaster. Second, to what the person said before me, why is this an off agenda? I've attended a few of these before, and I found this really bizarre that you put this sheriff's budget as opposed to it could have been held next Tuesday, your Tuesday and Thursday, or your second and fourth Tuesday of every month. What's the urgency? You have to suspect it to be hidden. I don't know. I already talked about that. So why do we need to expand department head count? That's what we're doing. We have no idea what the sheriffs are talking about. And for what the gentleman said earlier, I think, fine, let the sheriff present what he wants to do and what he wants to do, but table the vote. Allow the people and the citizens of Blanco County to digest what he's asking for, why he's asking for it, and why he can't maintain within the same budget. The sheriff's department has gotten very generous budget increases over the last 2 years. Over a 2-year period, in their standard budget, 16% increase in the last 2 years. 19% increase just in the budget segment of that. We've had inflation kicking last year, 6.7%. The 5 to 10 years before that, it's been 9, 1.45 to 1.5, but yet they still get general raises. So I'm just perplexed why we've been so generous to the sheriff's department. They're probably rightly so, but the fact is they're coming in return to ask, I'm assuming for more money. Again, we don't know, but I'm here because I don't think it's the right time to vote on it and tell the people and the citizens to do that. The other thing is, this whole process. My 1 minute or 2 minutes?
3.
3 minutes,
That's
sir.
what it is?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
As we canvassed the vote on Friday, that item can be passed unless someone has anything for them. Oh, by the way, I will note, I asked Ms. Freeze about the increase in number of registered voters in such a short period of time, and how that jives with the census results. And I think she and I agree that the census results seem a little flawed. And I think that kind of gets worn out each and every week when I see how many new PPC meters are being installed throughout the county. It's just not possible to only run by 800 people in 10 years. All right, that takes us to item 2. I'll set the framework and the sheriff can make his presentation to you. And by the way, I believe that calling this a hidden matter and intentional obscurity and things of that nature actually violates the rules, but I'm not going to put you on the spot and ask you to consider a violation. We'll just keep plodding through this. The sheriff is experiencing, I won't say unusual, but that doesn't really seem strong enough. Maybe even unprecedented problems in attracting new applicants and in retaining current employees. And I guess we'll get into the meat of this with his numbers shortly. But it has reached a point where he literally used the word emergency 2 or 3 times in the conversation. And even though we have already been discussing the budget, which by the way is not something that starts in 6 months, it starts and now takes about 6 months to actually flesh out a budget. And in those discussions, he felt that we need to do something now. And as you all know, I think pretty well from discussions we've had over time, some of this is market driven. It's not driven by inflation, some of it is. But some of it is market driven. And we are seeing robbery from all sides, all counties, Bangor County. I think somebody probably has caught every single one. Because they pay more. Now, I think that some people are being short-sighted because there's particularly good benefits package here, and the work environment here is pretty good for somebody in emergency services. I mean, it's a hard job, but the job here, I think, is maybe better than elsewhere. That said, people get lured by the dollar, and they want more money, and we're seeing some of that. And then secondarily, and I apologize for taking some of the midday of your sales, but secondarily, and I think anybody that turns on the news at night knows this to be true. We're having a very difficult time finding applicants. Forget qualified applicants, just applicants, anybody that is willing to step up and put on a badge and a gun. Because they're getting harder and harder to find. People don't want to do that anymore. When I grew up, that was something you aspired to, something that you actually played. You were a little kid, you played, and cop was the hero. But today, it's not so easy to find folks that want to do this kind of thing. So, those are the reasons I think, anyway, why we're being confronted with the problems that he has. And I hope I've laid out where we are and why you're here.
Yeah, you laid it out. The reason I am here is to have our first meeting on the budget. And I'm the one that requested that. And it's not, I'm not trying to hide anything. I have nothing to hide. But my attrition rate is gone. I'm down 5 sworn officers, 3 dispatchers, and 3 jailers, and they're all looking. Every county around here, we've done a study for the 9 surrounding agencies, and all of them, all this, what I'm asking for, gets me maybe even with, including our own 2 cities, like Johnson City. I can't keep people here working for me with that kind of money, not with this economy and not with the cost of living here. And I appreciate what Mr. McInnes, Mr. Webb said about the sheriff's office. I'm proud of it, but I do only hire the best. I go through an extensive background check. Other people don't, they hire anybody. But our retention and the county's retention is very important for the county budget. The longer you can keep an employee, the better you've done yourself. It costs me over $30,000 to train an officer. And if I lose him within a year, we're done. Your main concern, what's this going to cost the county? It doesn't cost the county a thing. This is coming out of my existing budget and my existing payroll.
Again, we did not.
That's why I'm here to tell you.
It's not up for discussion, sir.
Well, it is.
Maybe you can have that conversation with them.
It is. But what I'm doing, I mean, this is, half of what I have in the existing budget, half. I still have $190,000 of unpaid salary in there. That's how long we've gone without these employees. And we're getting further and further behind. Like I said, we've done a study, just to be able to compete. I'm losing people right now. I've got people with 2 weeks notice. And the only way to retain them is we pay them close to what these other people make. I've got a great department, I've got a great office, and they're all good employees. But that money sign, especially with today's economy and the cost of living here, I don't know how anybody stays here and works here. It's almost impossible. It's impossible if you don't already live here or established here to move here, not with our salaries, not with any of the county salaries. I believe the whole all county employees need to keep up with the trend. This is the only way I can even come close. And it's not at this time costing the county anything. It is coming out of the existing budget. And I think this is a great way for me to retain what I have. And hopefully be able to promote more. And I can still afford to hire several employees with the pay that I'm asking for right now with this money.
Is it okay if I ask some questions? Sure. I'm all scattered.
That's right.
I want to get specific on your paperwork in a second, but let's try this one out for starters. So we know that we have a problem with Michael County with salaries, including county employees. You know it when the commissioner that is the most frugal with a penny wants to do a salary compensation analysis.
Right.
Because it's so bad, we don't know how bad it is. Let's just say they look at this and go, let's do this. What do we tell, circling the globe here, somebody across the street who gets people in the office at the counter every day, bribing them, almost in some cases threatening them. Where it's not exactly a particularly pleasant work environment. Maybe it's not as dangerous as stopping somebody 3 a.m. out on highway, but it's not pretty. So what are we telling them if we were to do this?
Instead of trying to do the same thing. If you got the money, do it. Do the study. It's out there.
So when you say if you got the money, today's the 16th. So this is like a half month already that you don't have a chief deputy right now.
Right.
And so that salary is continuing to lapse as well.
Absolutely.
And that's $64,000 a year. So you're accruing another $5,000. Right.
Yes.
And today, or not today, but last Thursday, you have accumulated more than $177,000 in out-of-county prison boarding that wasn't budgeted. So,
Right.
new money. You're asking, if I got this right, it looks like I just added some judgment, it looks like about, if the commissioners wanted to do this, it's $212,584 more money than is currently in the salary budget. No, that says that.
What do you mean by there?
$1,646,327.
Right.
Current budget. $1,858,911.
Right.
Asked for. So it's an additional $212,584 to stop the bleeding, you think?
Well, the requested funds will be spent to make this raise possible is $794,456. This would be a yearly rate.
Yeah, think about how much more we would be adding to what we already posted. You think it's
The funds available as of right now, about $915,000. The requested funds I'm asking for is $724,426. And that means the remaining funds, if all that came through at the end of the year, there'd still be $190,969.
But that's starting on October the first.
Well, October first is gonna be a whole new ballgame.
Yes, sir. That's gonna be one.
Yeah, it's gonna be a whole new ballgame because everybody else is already done it.
Starting on October the first,
Yes.
it would be this pay superimposed on my current year budget would be a $212,584 increase for sheriff's office,
Probably.
which, somewhere seems about right, because the sheriff's office is nearly half the employees in the county. And twice that 212 would be about 424. And that would be about a 10% raise for the whole county. Oh, a 10% raise for the whole county would be about $440,000. So you're asking for your 10% raise in advance, basically.
Well, it's not 10% across the board.
Yeah,
It's gonna average around 10%.
correct.
And then after that, I won't even more, be able to keep up.
Now, if I count it right, it shows 10 open slots.
Yeah, I've got 11. I got one, living by,
Can you say that
it's
it's
a dispatch,
another district?
yes.
I apologize for interrupting. The sheet y'all are looking at does not include the sheriff or the chief deputy's position.
Right.
That extra position, the 11th, is the chief deputy's open. That's what you're not seeing.
Oh, okay. But that's what the other dispatcher is showing.
All right. The first deputy that's open, I'm looking at right here, she'll do it. Is yellow, and I wonder if she blue.
It's yellow because it's an open position.
I'm sorry.
It's yellow because it's an open position.
Yeah, the yellows are open. Positions, you're right, normally we describe dispatch as yellow.
Who's your biggest, competitor for
The cities,
for employees?
the cities of Blanco County, Hardin, Platform.
The cities, you say in or and?
The cities and Hardin County,
So the city's getting back on job, it says,
yes,
you know, they're paying.
yes. Way more than that, so you want to go to
Number,
a number. The Johnson City is 48,161 plus guaranteed four hours overtime per deal, so it comes out to about 52,500.
starting officer.
Yeah, actually, it's 49,220 per officer, plus a guaranteed 4 hours overtime per shift, per. Yes. So it comes out to about 52,500. And then, Blanco makes 52,700. 6765 starting.
So, for the commissioners to chew on, we're not asking for an emergency, declaring emergency for a budget purpose. We're calling it an emergency because it's getting what we're actually running here department.
Yes, sir.
And the reason I say it like that is, for example, Judge Oakley in Vernon County, last one, I think, gave across the board 10% raise.
10%. And then
To every employee like in Vernon County. And you did that when I asked, and they didn't declare an emergency either. I mean, they did, but the county declared, they declared a budget emergency as called for in the statute.
right.
And the reason he was able to do that is because they had lapsed salaries and other things to
Yes.
amalgamate to make up the difference and get pay raises. Because they thought they were losing people like this too.
They are.
And that's the same kind of concept you're proposing, is
Basically,
sweeping money together that's in the existing budget, not new money, not new money.
right,
To
to invest in payment with the employees that I have now, you know, I'm able to hire them now.
if the commission, this is just for me,
Yeah.
if the commissioners court were to do this, how, and let's say you don't do anything else the rest of this fiscal year, how are we gonna be able to calm the waters of the sheriff's office if we propose larger raises for other employees than the sheriff's office? Isn't that's not on percentages. The raises themselves are not much, I'm saying, what if, I don't know, what if we propose county employee raise, this kind of raise, and except for the sheriff's office, and the sheriff's office employees, this kind of raise. If this is all.
If this is already gone through, and then what you give to the rest of the county, I think the rest of the county needs a tremendous raise also. Oh, yeah.
But will you understand that you got yours first?
Yeah, I don't want it to be the last, but yes, I would understand that if, yeah, no, I would understand that. Absolutely.
Sheriff, $724,426 requested funds to be spent. That's, that is everything you're gonna need to get to that point at the beginning of the year, plus the increase in pay.
That is the increase in pay for the rest of the year.
That's what you're gonna need.
Yes, and I will still, if I'm able to hire more between now and then, I'll still get $190,000, but then they're paying the new employees. More than that, actually. 190,000.
Yeah, let me ask you, how many, or I don't know if you want to answer this, how many deputies do you have on Saturday?
Right now, I've got one, depends on what shift it is, at midnight, 6 to, well, let's see. On the third shift, there's one,
So,
after 2 o'clock.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
713 square miles in Buckingham. And you have one person that's supposed to go from Indiana, shift.
Yes.
Yeah, that same night, Saturday, Friday night, Saturday morning, I had two Lincoln police officers calling me who were on duty, go warrant. So they at least have two people
They did that too, and us,
for a city.
yeah, and one of ours. Yeah, one of ours was there, soon also. Now, that was before, that was still when there were 2 shifts, so they're shifting at least 2 days. After 2 o'clock,
What about the morning school? enforcement starts, do y'all patrol
We're all patrolling the
all?
buses and the bus stops, especially
Asking how many you have on Monday?
on Monday morning, well, it depends, because the shifts, you know, there's three on, 4 off, so some Mondays it's a little different. Usually Monday mornings it's 1, plus patrol lieutenant. And a civil officer. Benefit for that. Until noon, when the sergeant comes. And then the next shift starts at, was 2 o'clock.
So I take it when you're shot as many deputies, that you're taking the same deputy that's running a broader area.
You know, a lot more.
He's covering the whole county,
Right.
instead of right line or something.
Yeah, we're having to ask the cities to come help out in the county this time.
And the cities are under a lot of pressure here.
Yes, sir. Same pressure all across the nation, unfortunately. But yes.
You notice y'all working together a lot closer than we used to. At least I can see the cars and stuff
Yeah.
with the city.
No, we work well with all both cities.
Yes, we will.
And the neighboring counties and cities also.
So,
With however we can help anybody, and there's someone. That's also where a lot of networking goes on, which scares me. Because that's their recruit.
And how many DPS, yes, officers were there?
At this time, we just have a brand new one assigned to here, he does not live here. I've met him once. They're busy, they're very short-handed also, and they're on the border and they're in also with each other.
So the one for the officers,
Is he smart, Richard?
go on, yeah.
Yes.
Somewhere,
What was his name? Just,
somewhere between special.
Pico or something, is his name? Last kid.
Yes, Lee is trying to interject.
Sorry.
Lee is trying to interject.
I apologize, I made a mistake, gentlemen. On the sheets we gave y'all, there are 11 open positions. With the chief deputy position, there are 12. I apologize, just for the record.
you're fully staffed down there,
I'm sorry?
39 are fully staffed.
She only has 10.
Should be 11 yellow spots.
And then add chief, deputy.
There's 11 more. Okay, I was looking at this.
The one that's, I'm assuming is that Kimberly.
Correct, they've given their notice, they're just not.
Yeah, they're still here.
Negotiating. Sorry,
So after next weekend, there's 12 plus the chief.
12 with the chief.
With the chief.
Yes, sir.
There's another, yeah.
The employee that's leaving, are they going to a higher pay time?
They can't even afford to live here, they're moving back on T6. It's good for, really good for. They can afford to live here with our.
Why don't they do like the school teachers and
Live in Albany, I don't know if that was possible, I think she lived for a long time.
or the Long Falls?
No, here it says.
There's a dispatcher that's leaving, actually lives in the 4232 RV park, they're going up on ranch, you know, over.
I hear.
And she's going back to,
You
you
start
can't
over.
hear me, okay?
Actually, probably you came on.
So the dispatcher that's leaving,
She does, now,
And
she currently lives in the 4232 RV park on Ranch Road 32. They're going up on the rent there for their slot.
this is the East Texas approval.
Yes, correct. And she is going to East Texas. And and citing cost of living and being able to own a home there where she can barely afford an RV park slot here.
So Ms. Wallace, this is Officer Miller, head of rear records, head of dispatch unit. So anyone know anything that RV one?
So I have another one who doesn't have a place to live right now, she's living with a friend, and has since found a roommate, and they're gonna go together and get an apartment. But I haven't known this that is able to, on the income they make, find a place to live here.
Well, the thing is, you're still short of employees, so if you got the contingencies, all you're just trying to cut down the hemorrhage.
Retain, be able to retain,
And
yeah.
maybe attract someone, it doesn't mean that it opens the door for you to start coming inside.
I hope it does.
No, but that's good.
That would be my goal, is to do exactly that, and I do that even if they can't quit the job they have now. To come here because of all that.
I don't solicit.
We do it through, social media, to the county, we're working on another, we do it through Tico, PAC, all those. We're looking to do a social media poster like everybody else, I guess.
Person comes in, and gets the job, do they get in a car and they're out there?
No, 6 months of training.
So it takes 6 months to get that person in.
Yeah, you know, dispatch, it takes up to 6 months for full-time police. Judges also. They got to pass us all state tests on the jail and dispatch if they hadn't already. We've never hired a licensed police officer. We can't afford to. We can do put some through school, but those take more than 6 months, even if they're just out of the academy, it takes even longer to train them.
Do surrounding counties or other cities, do they offer, sign-up bonuses?
Some of them sign on bonuses, all of them offer training experience. I mean, or training pay, or certificate pay, which we do also. I'm asking for increasing that, but we do that also, which I think we just supposed to do. But they do it 90 years and certifications.
Do these numbers, have anything to do with the certification?
As of right now, they don't, but yes, it does. It's added in there. This was what I was looking at before, trying to increase it. Right now, it's going to stay the same. The stipends are the same as they are now. Next budget, I do plan on putting that into the pay, actual pay.
I don't know if I'm very clear. You take a deputy here, you have one that's still here,
Right.
and you have a column that has his hourly or her hourly rate. And you have a column that's got a proposed hourly rate at this time. Does that have anything to do, and let's say this deputy right now is an advanced, has an advanced T-ball certification. Does hourly rate proposal for one of the next have anything to do with T-ball?
No, not at this time.
So
I have a
doesn't really affect there being a T-ball certification.
not at this time because I have the line item for
It's not,
certification.
it has to do with your hourly.
Yes, it will. That only in the budget.
So I call this a salary survey, basically. So how did you come up with this salary survey? How did you determine that some people will get a 5% raise and others will get a 23% raise?
Determined by the starting value of the hiring across the board, the 9 or 10 agencies we looked at, and what their range was and what the differences were. And an example of that would be Jimmy Fox, he's paid as a sergeant, not appropriately, but close to what they would pay a sergeant with a master's degree. The beginning deputy is what they're starting way more than that, with no experience.
So this was something that,
They would try to get everybody in the office,
but someone in your office
but
came up with these numbers.
Yes.
No professional outside agency came in and helped you.
I would not call myself a professional.
Oh. No.
But that's what gets you.
Yeah, that's,
Right.
yeah, so I understand.
This was Bass, how will this next year?
Well, I can't exactly say, I see what the other counties are doing also. I can't say I'd be asking for a raise, it would not be to this extent, and I would adjust their certification pay into their actual paycheck. So say they work overtime, that hourly wage is overtime, not just for me. And then I would add some other things, aside from education. All the way up to a doctor, or six hiring a doctor, but you never know.
So right now, the president, deputies, are they getting a lot of overtime because of the lack of?
The deputies are getting some, we're able to cover, I mean, we still have, there's no law that says how many people we have to have out in the jail. There is a law, how many people you have to have in there at all times. The jail and dispatch are taking up most of the overtime. But yes, the deputies are using a bunch too, because they're able to stay over shifts or work past shift for coverage.
My experience is that only works for so long before you run people out.
Yeah, they're getting tired.
You have 3 openings listed in the jail. How are you doing that? How are you able to do that and still more prisoners and make, I don't understand.
Well, the law requires we have at least one for 48 inmates. I've always kept it under there. The deputies are helping, and the dispatchers even help with inmates. The dispatchers are all licensed judges. They can help in the jail when needed, when asked. And then, of course, we help when we look at the peace officers. We've had some pretty troubled inmates lately. And so we don't want to do it by ourselves. We do go in when we need it. Or if we have a certain time or a certain time that's going to be, we stay with it until they're in. So I don't know. I really was sure that it looks on the jailers. I've had one with a broken hip for over 6 weeks. And that was because of the fight in the jail. I'm getting. I wanted to say, this is an emergency. I need help. And I think this is the way to fix the problem for now. And it's not going to cost anything. It's not, I have the money in there to do it.
So you have 3 positions, a jailer, a dispatcher, and a deputy, all that have never been assigned a line item. So that means they've never been hired. It was
Right.
proposed in the new budget.
Yes.
At the time of the new budget, did you not say that you were sufficient on the funds that was available?
Do what now?
Were you were satisfied with the funds that was available at the time of the new budget, correct?
Yeah.
And we were just never able to hire 3.
No.
Those 3 new positions were never filled.
No.
Is that true? You were never able to hire somebody?
I could always hire somebody, but I won't hire anybody, just anybody. There's been several applicants that I will not hire. I mean, I'm just not going to. It's not worth it to the county. The liability, it's not worth it to me or my office or anybody. There's a lot of gypsies out there looking for a job. There's a reason they're looking for a job. If I hire people, they're qualified.
So I understand it right, but that what you're asking, if that was approved, that it's going to help your folks at the jail to relax a little bit, not have to be out and scouting for a job.
Right.
And meanwhile, you're able to offer a higher salary in your ads for potential.
Right, I'd like to make the grass greener here where the other counties have to sweat.
And that's what it's gonna do, it's gonna alleviate your.
It's still won't alleviate, but it'll sure help. But I still think I can get some people from other counties and cities. If we go up on our rate, by next year, I think people will be coming here instead of there. They might not live here.
But again, if you get one, they're in the pipeline for 6 months before they can do it.
Depends on what training they had, or if they were with me in the past, or in a similar CAD system, similar general orders or sheriff.
How do you retain a new trainee who you put through the academy, pay on his way? Do they say, I promise I'll stay for at least 2 years?
They signed a deal saying they'll stay for a year and a half, but I'm already hearing that they're looking at well. I can't hold them to it. I mean, I guess simply we can send them a bill. You're talking $1,500, I don't know. Pay for the school, that's it. And that is it. I just scheduled the jail and put them through it. Or I didn't do it, Julie did. Yeah. So, yeah, we've been on the backwards giving them the academy help pay for it. Whether they come out and hire on with us, I don't know. I hope so. But I don't know that.
Do you have an off-duty patrol person with you?
Yes, I did. One that was in the river last night, helping out Blacko,
And
Randall Matthews.
you say he's worked here as a maintenance man,
Started as a maintenance man,
went to you as a jailer.
came to me as a jailer, left as a sergeant, went on patrol.
Do you know why he's here? Because he's not uniform.
He's probably trying to see if he gets a raise or not. Because I know he's being asked all over.
He lives in Blanco, doesn't
At this time, actually, he was living in Blanco, and then he was living in Stanton's. I don't know where exactly he's living now, but he's close.
So, I saw Judge Broadbeck back there when we hung up the jailers, and he seemed to
I think Judge Broadbeck and the judges, all of them, see what goes on back in the jail pretty much daily.
maybe he'd like to say one.
I would love for him to.
You're really putting me on the spot here.
Damn.
But he's kind of on the spot because Judge Riley and I go out there every day. Every day, and weekends also. And it is, as y'all don't know, magistration is nothing more than you're actually going to court. And you need a jailer with that inmate, but there's supposed to be one with me too. And 80%, 75% of the time, there's not one back there with me because there's only one jailer. And that just doesn't cut it. I mean, it's not that I'm scared, but I couldn't really fight much if I was. I mean, if something happened, I couldn't do much. Because this.
Well, they disarmed him before you go in.
Yeah, they won't let me take the gun in there. Sure, won't let me. But yeah, I mean, I'm just, it is hard for Judge Riley and I to go in there when there's only one, because a lot of times we'll have to wait because they're doing jail checks every 30 minutes. So we have to wait till all the jail checks are done before we can magistrate. So sometimes it takes us a long time. So the main thing is they're overruled too, when there's only one in there.
So when you're in the middle of your form and you're just about to say that you have the right to remain silent, and that little beeper goes off, they have to go check.
Yes. We rush through it real quick while the jailer takes off to go to the jail check. So it's a problem when you've only got one in there. I don't see how they do it with one. Do not see. I mean, you know what happened to Troy? Not that was the reason, but there should have been more jailers in there. And I think Judge Riley will echo what I'm talking about, so I'll let him speak to you.
Well, the thing is, when we go in there as magistrate, we may have one officer that might be a lady this big. And it's really, I think we're looking for a lawsuit somebody's gonna get hurt in there because he only had the money or the time for one person. That's not good for us. How about at night, if Dave and a couple of guys get in a fight, we got one officer in there wanting dispatch. We're running this on a skeleton crew for a long time for the officer. Yes, I come from a bigger agency, but I think this sheriff department is well underfunded. I'm sorry if I'm hurting feelings right now, they really are underfunded. And it's like Judge Broadbeck said, we go in there, we get to see more. I wish more people would understand what's going on in that jail. And in that, I mean, the jails is important to me as parole, parole is, but the patrol out there, when we have one man on, I keep my radio on for, maybe I could go help that officer. But a judge can't. We can't get out there and do it. And we need the money to go to the team. The next budget, I wish I could help them. And the question is, do you give him the money or do you let him suffer? This is the way I see it. Believe me, everybody in here needs to go and sit in that jail and see what, when you're handling from 30 to 40 people and there's one that get into a little scrooge back there, what are we gonna do? We got one officer in there, and we got one person in dispatch. How are we gonna pull dispatch out there? They're trying to get help in there. Folks, this guy needs money. And he was explaining how he had it figured out. That's all I have to say.
Can I tell you, y'all are both here in support of this increase?
Absolutely.
Judge Ryan,
I'm sorry?
are you here in support of this increase?
In support of the jail and the sheriff? Sure I am. I mean, does that hurt?
No, just.
We see it. Each one of y'all should go in there and sit and watch. I know I've seen Judge Bray in there, but y'all need to go in there. And if anybody's really in here questioning this, go and see if they can let you in there and see what these kids are doing. They're doing a good job with what they got. You come from these bigger agencies, sure, but you got Comout sitting here by you. You've got Hayes sitting by you. You got Travis, Burnett. They just built a brand new several $1 million jail up in Gillespie. Then you got Kendall. I mean, that's surrounding us right here. You got 2 JPs, which I'm not asking for any money, believe me. But you got 2 JPs. Go around touching counties and see how many JPs y'all got. You don't think we get up in the middle of the night and go out here? I'm not talking about being here, but think about what you're getting for your dollar in Broadbeck and High, just with 2 JPs. That means when he wants to go to see his grandson play baseball, one of us has got to be here. And believe me, Judge Bray's offered to help us out.
Did you take a calculator how long has the percentages?
I didn't take calculators, just a couple of them. Randomly like that.
I understand.
Yeah.
Like a compensation analysis.
The best of my taste, man.
That is suspect.
And it's suspect.
We'll just stop them.
I'm right out of time. That's overall, we did about 13%. And
Average across the board.
So, if the commissioner did this, where would that put you, your department? Is it starting, patrol, starting jail, starting dispatcher in Vernon County?
Vernon County is, well, the ones you gotta have, that's about the one you should have. They start with no experience, no time. As a deputy, 57,370.
So, and can you hear, I can hear the evaluation of Vernon County, 49,000 people.
Yeah, their detention officer, Jack, started 47,633. No experience. With experience, they go up, you know, the deputies go up 62,284. And 53 to 67.
Do you still have a patrolman that came from El Paso
Two
and wasn't experienced?
very experienced.
Did they have to go through the same training process?
No. Once I run the CAD and the county, as far as knowing how to patrol and knowing what I want, they were easy. But yeah, it's still took 3 months.
Why don't you just hire people like that?
Well, I'd love to, but they can't afford to live here. They don't live here.
Well, and to be fair, the one I was asking about is retired out of El
They're
Paso.
both retired out of El Paso County.
And the wife is about to be retired out of El Paso on teachers.
Yeah,
So they have 2 incomes in the household.
sure. And they're retired making, you know, close to $100,000 a year. So they have a pretty good retirement.
Why don't you just hire people like that?
I'd love to, they just gotta apply, but they all live next door. You know, they live next door, and might as well work there. This is a great county, and it's a good place to work, but what I need to do is show them that and help them out with the pay. I think I can get more with the pay raise across the board, but I'd like to see the whole county across the board, get a substantial, a deserving raise. I think retention is the best investment in the county. And with retention, you gotta have high morale, and we're decent pay, competitive pay. We're not even competitive. So that's what I'm asking, at least be competitive.
So Loudoun County is closer to our population.
Loudoun County, yeah. They are close to the population. The cost of living is extremely lower. But they're starting, it's around, well, it depends, is that with their detention officers are 34,879, and their deputies starting with no certificate are 48,161. And they're getting a raise this year, substantial. Because he told me when I was with him, they were all making 52 already. But from what they told us on the study. But he also gets a salary.
You said study,
line.
so you
This is just looking it up on the internet.
and Neil and
Robert, Lee.
Salisbury
Uh-huh.
and others, you didn't go out and study,
Yes,
so you're not professionals,
no.
but you didn't just.
Yeah, this is all public knowledge. Everybody, this is out there on the internet, under the counties and whatever. Now, a perfect example is Johnson City. If you don't know that they do an 80-hour work week, 4 hours overtime every shift, you would think they only make 48.95. But they make, truly, every officer makes 82 plus, starting out.
What does that mean when you said you've been asking the police departments to help you in the county?
We have a deputy say, run out, the an example was a disturbance area contour this, late last week, where it's an area where the guys don't carry a gun and like these officers, you know, sound disturbance, and I require, or always two officers to respond. And there was only one officer on, so we had Blackwood PD go out there with us until Jimmy came on. Jimmy came on, shifted early to go out there with us. So,
But you also, if they need your help,
Absolutely.
for them, you know.
absolutely, we're available, we're there. You know, it's hard. We got one around now, even worse, Paul City, Paul Creek, but it's a long way out from anywhere, blow out anyway, to get to the other side of the county. When there's one person on, I kind of suggest they stay in the middle, best they can, on patrol. And patrol calls, of course, patrol the central area, where they can respond more south.
So I noticed our annex down there, a lot of times at night, there's city patrolling in.
Yeah.
They're utilize that location
They do.
to report.
Yeah, that's been a great asset for us in that office now. Really is. Good place for them, we have a blanket. You know, years ago, you better not be caught dead. But it's not that way. We get along with
But I don't know where everybody is on this, and I think everybody does know where I am on this, but I'll take issue with something you said, you know, you're one officer in the county, it's alone, was over there, like Paul Creek or whatever. Well, I can assure you, you know, this is very big. It's a hell of a lot longer if you're hiding in a closet if you're trying to keep me beat by something like that.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, a minute's an hour to somebody in stress. You know, our response time is usually pretty good, it's the best we can do. We're lucky a lot of times that we're already in there. It's go for anywhere, you're already in there.
In your response to all the other departments that see the sheriff's office getting a raise, and they need a raise, your response is for them to get in line and ask for it themselves.
Do what?
For them to get in line and ask for it themselves.
No, I want everybody to start working.
Midstream right now,
Yeah, I don't care. I would love to see it. If you have money for back pay, it's not gonna cost, it's not an adjustment to the budget. The annual budget, it's not an adjustment. If there's a way to do it, I don't see any reason for not doing it. If there's any possibility.
You're in a little more of an emergency department people
Well, percentage wise,
Right.
yes,
right now. I'm talking about budget times different.
right.
Well, I couldn't quite understand what y'all were saying, but truth is, I don't think we have another department yet that has your kind of term.
No.
So I'm not sure what emergency was.
Right. I mean, the turnover rate is very common in today's world, in law enforcement. That's why I think would be a very good asset if we paid a competitive rate, because people see how good a county this is to work in and be part of. It's a good community, it's a good county. Doesn't have all the amenities in the Walmart, but not also. There's not an ATV, you know, so the rest are pretty good to get used to. I mean, it's a good place to be, you just gotta be competitive here. That's what I'm messing with.
How did we determine, on the maintenance of Taylor, Christine last How much time you spend in maintenance, how much time you spend?
We haven't determined anything.
Yeah,
Did you say?
yeah, maintenance payment.
Okay.
The reason he's the same on those, he's licensed janitor. He has to have something. Or close to it.
It wasn't on the maintenance end.
Do what? No,
Nope.
no, it's not on one.
Are you thinking, is that one of your reservations about?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, I'm not trying to push y'all in any direction, but I guess I can understand if you're more agreeable to somebody who maybe less agreeable like that.
Well, that one, I've taken, he's come by and worried my people, lift things, do stuff, get trees out of the yard.
See what?
He'll come by my yard right next to the jail, and, or else he'll call me and say, can I borrow so-and-so to help me get limbs and stuff out of the jail? I have to pull them off my road work, just send it down here to the county maintenance.
Is your point that if you, in the jailer's license, if you oversee trustees don't perform well?
Yes, sir.
I'm not gonna disagree with you, I don't even know what the hell you're talking about, but, if that's the case, you won't come over there anymore.
Well, I don't mind helping out, but I just wanted you to be aware of what was
I
going
don't,
on.
I don't doubt it all either.
Yeah.
And that was part of the deal. He works under me, but he's supposed to help everybody.
Yeah.
Now, if he's taking help from you, I want to know about it. I don't know about it, so I can't do anything.
Okay, I'll let you know. When it happens again.
It won't happen again.
Well, if something needs to be done, which I can't pull the guys off the road.
No, it's not. It won't happen again.
Has the county auditor and county treasurer blessed this list?
I mean, with open arms, both of them.
See? I'm saying that they blessed it. Do they agree with your numbers? That the numbers that are listed on this list are, that they're accurate?
So really, that's a good deal.
Okay?
That you have that, he has that much money within his existing budget to accomplish this and not be an actual budget to the county's budget. For this year, right, and that's a good point, that you're making, or maybe, that's the big thing, really. It's not such a big question of, oh, I got money, I can do that. Big thing is they gotta be thinking about October 1. We're not gonna look at it forward.
Right.
Because once you do this, it's the camp.
Back.
Back to the table.
Back. No, there's no going back.
Do you have an estimate after October, what the percentage?
I'm working on it, yeah, and it's not a tremendous amount than what I'm asking. But, everything's gone up. Food is killing me, fuel is killing me. I asked for the max and didn't get it, so.
Going into the total budget.
Right.
Those items, yes, it's.
I think, okay, I'm hearing two questions in there.
Yeah.
Seems like you're answering the question about, are you really asking for more? Everybody knows that fuel and food are gonna be too big.
Too big.
I think what he's asking is, how much more
For the employees.
person are you getting?
I have to see what the other counties are asking for, before I think they're gonna get. I don't think it'd be a tremendous amount. It probably will be a little more, but it'd be the same across the board. Most likely.
So, regardless of what the commissioner believes, what you're advocating is Blanco County, as far as deputies, jailers, and dispatchers go, be competitive with the state.
Yes. That's my goal, is to be competitive with that. Our Make
Even
it
if
better.
the neighbors are crazy,
Do what?
even if you think the neighbors are crazy.
I don't think the neighbors are crazy. I mean, that,
Are you saying you think that, Vernon, Lamb, Gillespie, Kendall, and Comal counties pay what they pay because they got it? Because,
no, I think they deserve what they get. That's who is to be with Hayes and Travis, the state, the federal officer did it, compete with it. But for this area, you need to be competitive. There's nothing wrong with letting the graduate on this side and make them want to come over here. I mean, for years, that's all we've done is supply other counties and other cities with our employees. Why don't they come complain to me about quit stealing and my employees, like I complain to them all the time.
Well, I can see our economy is recreation is retired. Just last week, there was a couple in the courthouse getting a 911 address. They sold 13 acres in Hayes County for $2 million. They bought property over on in Blanco County, and that's what they're going to do is build their new home. But they're in a position, they've got the funds to build this home and retire and be here. But I can see a young guy, trailer license about all you can afford.
I know that's another person possibly moving to this county, but that's half the problem with this county. Most people are moving here or buying retirement or building a home. They don't hire local contractors. They don't shop here. They don't have kids here. It's not a big asset to the county. That's just the way I look at it. It doesn't do much for the county.
They pay some pretty good taxes.
They do pay high taxes.
Yeah, they do. They don't have kids in school.
But that contributes to the
You know, at some point down the road, I don't know where we get it, whether it's through Capcom or something, get the data that shows comparable wages or analysis of all the counties. And that's public information, it is. There's no reason why we can't have that in front of us at some point in time. It covers all, whether you're the groundskeeper or whatever you might be in the county. You can compare that and see where we are. Not only in the sheriff's department, but in these other fields. Because you have some people that feel that the sheriff's getting raises, the sheriff's department's getting raises. How does that affect the rest of them? No, I'd like to see how other counties do it. And see what the differences are, so.
This is a comparison, and it is on Capcom, it is on Tico, T-Cross, and TAC. Every bit of it.
I believe your numbers too, but I'd sure like to see it, the data like that coming from a chart or a report from.
I'm just trying to keep it simple, I do have the charts.
Camille and Connie and I reached out to approximately 8, I think about 8 companies that do compensation study. A lot of it was Commissioner Eastman who kept pushing for it. Unfortunately, for weeks in time, they kind of rejected us. Not because they don't want our business, but because they don't like our timeline. So if we're going to do that, we're going to start next year, and that doesn't go in what he considers his emergency situation right now. But for your purposes, we actually, most of them didn't want to work with us at all. I don't know why, but a couple of them were like, sure, no problem. But they need a much bigger window than we have.
Yeah.
So we need to start October.
If we don't get one for till 2 years from now, at least you have. The Commissioner Eaker and I were in Austin last week or so. We were talking to folks here at Capcom and Parco, and they were asking things, Sean, what we can do, and brought it up, so came home, something like that. And they seem to several other people raised it, and it would be correct to do that. But that didn't mean they said, okay, we'll take it on. I don't know how you get that initiated, get it on. But at least they want it, and seem to be interested in that. That doesn't take short today.
Why didn't we wait until May 24th?
Well, I wanted to get it done ASAP. Commissioner meetings seem to last a whole lot longer than they usually do now. And I wanted to be able to hash this out without feeling rushed, and I think it needs to be done ASAP. And we're also talking about the new pay period starting next week. So, but there's several, I meant to do it Friday. I didn't know it was gonna be late after that, and district court.
8-day period starts Mondays and Sunday.
Yeah, the next one.
Right.
Yeah.
This is between Sunday and Monday. Is that a time, even if the commissioner wanted this, is that a time to change?
I don't know, but the sooner the better, even if it was 2 pay periods. The sooner I can get this done, the more relaxed my employers will be, the higher the morale, the more retention I can keep. Hopefully I can keep some of those that say they're, hopefully I can bring in some that want to come, but can't afford to right now. The sooner I get this done, the better.
The higher the morale for your department, the lower the morale for everybody else's department. How come they get it, but we don't?
I don't know, I'm not taking anything away from anybody.
I'm just, that's the side I keep going back to, and I understand what you're trying to do, and we've talked about it, and I know, I think that, and like the judge said, I'm pushing for salary compensation stuff.
No, you are.
I'm trying to get it,
But you don't have people leaving right now, like I do.
well,
You don't want-
I'm on the roller myself, so, you know, I'm
I
not
think
really
you're
good.
to a point, but you're not losing them to the commissioners in the next county.
Right.
Of the city. Then I guess you'll have lost them to the city. But, not to the next county. Or just back.
If Ms. Waller, this is a person, it's 1/3 of the staff in the office.
I'm less than that now, so.
You're less than a third.
I'm more than a third now, so.
But, I guess what I was thinking while you're visiting with this, at what point do you, like, call Catherine and quit a function, because you can't do it?
When can you call Catherine? I don't ever call Catherine. But
Well, I mean, at some point, you can't continue to have 30 or 40 people in the jail.
no, I mean, that is one of the things, right? Get it down to just our inmates, which is still about 15 right now. And one employee back here, and the deputy helped out in this measure. No money coming in, you know, I can do that, be less food. But I think the other outweighs the other. If we keep that going. There again, the commissary is still up there. I mean, it's one way to offset costs. I mean, when I'm just trying to assure the public in Wall County is this is not a budget requesting more money than what I've already done. The money's in there. Money's in my eye.
But technically, you're asking for more money. Because it come October 1, unless you're gonna fire some of these positions and lose positions, it's more money.
Right.
So,
It will be more money in October, as of right now, as a council. I don't know how else you're gonna do it.
Anybody care to venture out there? If there's no motion and no action is taken, and everything stays as is.
It could possibly be on the next agenda.
Why?
Do you have a chance to digest some of this?
What are you thinking? You need to digest it?
No, not really. Just that I've heard a lot of things today. I've heard both sides, I've heard a lot of things today. I didn't know about when I came in. A decision is not like this.
It's almost like a motion to take it till the 24th.
Okay, that's just an idea. I'm not making a decision.
If you table it, I'm not going away. I mean, that's
I know you're not going away with this October.
right. But October will not look like this.
October, everybody's involved.
Everybody's involved right now. Everybody, the whole county's involved right now. This is what it takes to make the county run efficiently.
Well, we're really talking about the workshop. They're talking this all again, plus do.
Yes. But we're halfway through the year. It's got to be done. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to say. It's knocked out. Y'all are worried about morale, and I'm worried about the safety and being able to do my job properly out there. I agree, steps on toes. I've done that before. I don't want to do it. I believe everybody in the county needs a raise. But I have to have the raise. And I have the money to do it without affecting the county this budget year.
I think I'd be the only one making a motion.
So we're just gonna sit on it. We do that too, but I won't go away. You know,
Tell you what I will do. I will make a motion. See, how it goes with it. Look out at your budget, yes, you have the money in your budget, absolutely, you're all of that. So I don't know how to work other than that. I will make a motion to approve the recommendation for the amount of money it takes to increase wages,
think you're intending to, you can, reference this document.
$724,426.70.
That that's the document that's laid out, is that what you're intending?
Yes, sir.
Is there a second?
I'll say.
Mr. Randall, discussion?
I just feel that this needs to wait till budget time. I feel that I would like to have an actual company do a salary survey. And I do understand what the judge is saying that, you know, they're just not beating down the door to respond to it. I know that. I do feel that the entire county needs raises. So I do think, you know, in my opinion, I'll wait till the October, the budget.
This has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does.
What is it? I
I could say the same for my accounts too, but, you know, it's not fair for me to give one person a raise because I have money and not these guys get raises. So, you know, same scenario, but I understand what you're saying. I just, in my opinion, I'll wait till October.
I'm going to move for an amendment and ask for a second. We'll see how it goes out. I'm going to move to adopt everything in Commissioner Lear's motion except for the line item on the maintenance J. And accept that consideration. Is there a second?
Does that mean take it out?
It does not take it out.
That's gonna eliminate the jailer or the maintenance.
It's the same person.
It's just gonna eliminate the salary, you're saying?
We
don't need
It makes the raise and the, it's on my motion days.
Second.
So, all in favor of my motion? And that's kind of hard, not a very big, I get it. Unless there's discussion.
Well, that's not true. I am in favor of it, just not this time.
All right, well, discussion on my amendment. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ms. Wall, I believe that was 3-2 with Commissioner Eager and Policeman opposed. And that takes us back to the main motion, which is now amended to say, adopt the sheriff's proposal, accept that. Further discussion.
Do I need to change it to my motion, Judge?
Nope. How much you like really sold on the maintenance thing? No one else. So, all in favor of the motion, Commissioner Lear to adopt the sheriff's proposal, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Same vote, Ms. Wong. All right, well, you got it. I feel good about it. I wish it would be unanimous, and I'm okay with it.
Well, I do too, and, you know, the maintenance man is also a licensed veteran. I won't stop on him. So whatever raise, I'm looking for in October to get back on there. Unless, you know, I mean, I had to have the maintenance. He's got to be a licensed veteran. If he's taking away work from any of y'all, I need to know about it. If I don't know about it, I can't do anything. That's great. Well, thank you.
Is there a second?
Thank you.
All discussion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed,